Good morning, world. What's the haps? I'm Meroka. We're gonna do a little, I think I want to do a little building today. I'd say I wanted to try that out, and, I got some people say, you know, they want to see a little building. So, let's do a little spot of... well, my base is... I have not done a lot with it since I got here, so it kind of wants cleaning up. I've taken out a lot of the stuff on the inside. Obviously got all the keystones, obviously got all the metals and stuff. I've kind of knocked a hole in this wall. I want to knock more of a hole in this world, because that's the thing I want to put in. There's a little bit of cleaning up to do. There's definitely still... do I have any torches? I have a torch. There's still some roots on the ceiling need removing. Yep, there you go. You can barely see them, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, this place needs patching up, I need to do something with it. And I want to show you kind of just what there is in the game to work with. Because, well, in Alpha 3 there were a lot more stuff that you could craft. In Alpha 4 it's all kind of still here, there are still recipes to make things, but they're not as readily accessible. So, mostly I'm going to be just working with what I got, which is not a lot. If we go through the chests, that's my food, this is blocks. We have a wonderful colour palette of things to find. We've got Skystone is obviously your standard Forest World stuff. White is a little bit rarer in Forest Worlds. You've got, what have we got? You got the Coral Stone is the common desert stone, and Floodstone is a slightly rarer desert one. For whatever reason, I have ended up harvesting far more than that, but hey, I like that kind of colour, so that's kind of my thing. In your Dark Worlds, you've got a lot of buildings made out of the Blind Stone. These are pretty much the rocks that you find around the place. When you wander around worlds, you'll see boulders. If you smash them up, you'll get crown stone. It says common, but it's a lot. You have to put a lot more work in to get it than pretty much any other block in the game. Brown, I guess, is your mountain one. And, oh, green is your rare stone, quote-unquote rare stone from Mountain Worlds, yeah. So actually, crown stone is by a long margin probably the rarest of the blocks, because you really have to put some work in. In Dark Worlds, I have seen it used, like, occasionally for decoration. You can find, like, a single block being used for decoration, but most of it's going to be just whenever you see a rock. I mean, there's probably a bunch up on the surface. If I head upstairs, I can probably find you one that I could smash and show you which ones I'm talking about. Let's head on up. Are there any boulders? You watch, there won't be any boulders on my island. I don't think I have any, no. Great! That's convenient. I've got shrubs, I've got bones, I've got all sorts of things all over the place. I've got trees, I've got chickens. Not a single rock, though. That's fantastic, fantastic stuff. Well, never mind. You know the one, the big square-ish boulders. And there's sometimes kind of like a stack of flattish kind of stones. No, none to be found. But yeah, this place is a mess, so... mostly I want to get this cleaned up. Most of it's going to be destroying the bones. I don't know who left the bones here. Some creature that was... I guess creatures have dwelt on this island for many years, and the bones have been picked clean or bleached under the sun, and I'm moving in. I'm taking over this place, so I need to clean it up. So a lot of cleanup job needs doing, and then a lot of it's been reclaimed by nature, so a lot of it's going to want to be cleaning out this stuff. I'm intrigued to see what this looks like if you excavate it, because it feels buried. I mean, they all do when you get them to a certain extent. I mean, like, the doorway in is always full of dirt and stuff. So, I want to know what this temple thingy, whatever the heck I've got here, looks like. I know I can rename it temple. There are deeds that allow you to rename your home to a temple. I kind of want that, but it's on sale today. You can buy that from a vendor in the social hub. But it costs, like, 35,000 knots, and I ain't even got that much money, even if I want to spend that much money on naming my building. So, some of the dirt does just straight up replace blocks, so I'm wondering if I keep going, is this just going to be dirt under here? I might just have to build straight down. Yeah, it looks like a lot of this building is just dirt here. I might just fill in the gaps in the walls, to be honest. That's looking like the way it's going to have to go, unless I want it all covered in dirt. I don't know if I do. Probably don't. I mean, it's cool to be able to just climb up onto the roof. Yeah, definitely. Have I got anything up here? No, I don't. So, I'm really not too bothered. That's green dye. Wonderful green dye. It comes from plants. Because you used to get leaves from plants, and now you don't. Yeah. I don't know what the leaves were ever intended to be. I don't think there were any recipes that ever used the leaves. Not that I recall. Is this going to be enough to fill in? Let's take another row off here. whittle the building right back so that I can replace the floor and walls with some skystone. I could replace it with some other stone, but it would require a lot of it. I'm not the biggest fan of having the skystone as a base for my building. You know, given the choice, I would probably have picked something else. But at the same time, replacing the entire building with an entirely new kind of stone is a monumental and inordinate task. And I don't know if I can be bothered to do quite that much. I probably want to extend something out here. I guess this wants to be brought down here. We could have some steps down to the lower bit of this. That's going to take a bit of work. It's probably not going to get done today. It's mostly just patching up and sort of creating a base canvas, as it were. So, yeah, give me a couple stacks of those. Throw them on the bar. Let's get the building patched up upstairs. As you can see, as you may well have spotted, going through the corridors there, one of the fun things that you can do in SkySaga is each of the different kinds of wood that's in the game makes different coloured fire. And from that, you can make interesting torches and lighting and stuff, which I think that's one of the more interesting bits to me. But hey, I've worked in lighting before, so yeah, I like lighting. Lighting is good. So yeah, you got all these blocks, and then depending on what coloured torches you place on them, you can create interesting different colours. I mean, you can see how different the skystone looks. During the day, it's kind of this really pale blue. By night, once night falls, you got everything lit by torchlight. Your base torch, the groundwood torches, kind of emits just a sort of a browny orange kind of. It's just standard. It's fire color, is it? Is it not? Whereas all the other bright magical kind of color, this is just your basic fire, is what this is. Okay, so that looks a bit cleaner, a bit tidy. That's patched up somewhat. I guess this boulder needs to go, but hey ho. As far as acquiring the dirt goes, the blocks, for some reason it seems to take 3 swings to break anything that's brick texture. It takes 2 swings to break anything that's not, so it likes to be quicker to get blocks from there than from the walls. I guess if you're interested in farming any particular colour, you're better off getting it from, if you can find natural stone, get it from the natural stone rather than from buildings. It will be quicker. But yeah, as you can see, the colour of bricks changes dramatically depending on your light. So this is still that pale blue skystone, but I've put... Oh man, that's Kingwood torch, I think. Let me grab that one. Yeah, that is a Kingwood torch. It is purple. It makes everything purple, and quite magical. I quite like it. If we head downstairs, now that there's no natural light coming through my window, not that you get much down here anyway. You can see I've got the... Which ones are these? I can never remember which types of which. I just lit them all up. Tidewood. Tidewood creates this cyan kind of colour, and it creates an entirely different ambience. It's almost a kind of an underwater kind of thing, which, again, I really like. You can just create a variety of different effects. Over here, which one's my wood chest? This one is wood. So I've kind of organised them by type. You got Groundwood there. That's your standard one. There's the Kingwood, the purple. You get the Kingwood is basically the roots. So you know, I was saying, oh, the stuff on the ceiling. That's your Kingwood. It used to be Rootwood. Now it's Kingwood. That makes purple. You've got your Bleachwood, which comes from mostly desert structures, but occasionally you will find some palm trees out in the desert. That will give you Bleachwood. That creates white things. It creates white wood, which makes white furniture, which makes white blocks, which makes a pure white torch, which, you know what, I'll grab some of those. So if you want kind of more of a, almost more of a natural lighting kind of thing, where can I, let's grab this, take this out of here, so I can sort of show you. That'll give everything more of its natural colour. If you don't want to put weird colours on things, you probably want to use Bleachwood torches. If you want to keep the natural skystone colour, you're probably going to want to put that white torch on things. I'm going to put that back, because, well, for me, the joy of lighting things up is creating interesting and unusual combinations. So, obviously, a forest world, I'm playing as a human. See? Hello, human. You get a forest world, and forest is mostly made of skystone and windstone, the white stuff. So I've got a lot of white there, but then the white actually, you know, takes colour really well. So if you put coloured torches on it, it's really cool. So you got your white. I don't know if we're going to use those today. We've got this one's really interesting. This one's interesting to me. The Inkwood torches. It does that. It's literally black fire. It actually emits no light. If we go over here, where this is dark, there's a shadow being cast here. You hold any other... If I hold an ordinary torch, see, look. Hey, look. Orange fire lights up everything orange. Black torch, nothing. Provides no light. That's really weird. It kind of does in a weird kind of way. I suppose if we take it here, you can kind of see... It does make a little bit of a difference. It kind of emits light, but it's almost like a neutral kind of light. It sort of... I don't know quite how the mechanics work. It kind of seems to absorb the light that's being cast onto it. So there's purple light being on there, so it kind of provides a really, really dim, almost extension of the purple light there. If I remove them, there we go, it goes back to dark. You could actually see the change in light when I removed it there. So it's not like it provides zero light. And talking to Scribble on the podcast, he suggested it would be really cool if it sort of absorbed light and sucked it and made an area dark. That would be really cool and interesting, but as it is, it's just a really, really, really super dim light source that almost seems to adapt to the local natural colour. I don't know. Weird. I don't know how to describe it. They're super weird. I don't know what you'd use them for. You certainly can't use them for spelunking because you wouldn't be able to see anything. Tidewood, obviously, I've already shown you there. That is what's providing these colours here. We've got a few more there. We've got Youngwood, Loftwood, and Rustwood. Let's grab that. Youngwood. I'm not sure where you get this from in-game, by the way. Youngwood is kind of green. If you want to light things up green, you're going to want torches made of Youngwood. I've gotten them kind of out of loot chests and things. I don't know where they actually naturally spawn, like, if at all. I've really not seen that as an item. We've got, what else we got? We've got the Loftwood, likewise, that's very similar. This one's a bright blue, rather than the kind of the cyan. This is really a much deeper blue. If you want a pure blue colour on your torches, you got that there. And finally got Rustwood. I have not even seen this outside of vendors. I had to buy this from a vendor just to demonstrate this to you. So Rustwood is your bright red torch if you want to add some really, really vibrant red colour to proceedings. So, oh, there you go, look at that. So that actually, using that on windstone just makes the stones like a bright red colour. Which there is red stone, but red stone, at least off Alpha 3, I haven't seen it yet in Alpha 4. It was only available in the PvP matches on PvP Thursdays. So if you go into a Capture the Flag match and go into the red base, they have red stone, so you can steal all the red stone. At least that's the way it used to be. I don't know if it works now. I haven't seen any red stone since then, if I go have a look again at my rock box. See, no red. You got coral, which is kind of a pinky... I guess that was probably what sandstone used to be, maybe? So yeah, if you want red, actually, I think red torches on a white background might be your best bet, because that's quite a striking red. Like I say, the white kind of absorbs your torch colour quite nicely. So let's put these away. Which one was that one? That was that one, wasn't it? No. These are very similar. Yeah, no, that's green, isn't it? They're very similar colours, so it's kind of hard to detect. So yeah, I went on... It was 6 of those for 300 knots at the vendor today, which is not a good deal. I've seen them sell 200... Not 200. I've seen them sell 20 planks for... Is it 20 planks or is it 12 planks? I think it's 20 planks for 200 knots on previous days. And I kind of wish I picked that up, because this basically... I can't remember how many you get from this one. It's clearly... It's not a good deal. You get... Oh, one carved chunk gets you 2 planks. Ugh. So I bought 6 chunks for 12 planks for 300 knots, which would make 48 torches. It's not as good a deal as the other one, so if you're looking to make things out of Rustwood, just wait for a day when the vendor has planks, I guess. So what I want to do is I want to make a place, a home for things down here. I've got lots of equipment and it's all kind of scattered all over the place. I want to dig some holes out the walls here. I want somewhere for my anvils to sit for starters. Let's dig out a nice little alcove. I could probably get away with that, but I want to recess it into the wall. Let's throw that down so we can see what we're doing. So the bricks go back that far. So 1, 2, yeah. See, 1, 2 hits to break that. Whereas the I'm going to break the torch there. Damn it. Whereas the bricks take a little longer. The only one that I've found that to be a problem with is the blind stone, the black stuff. The blind stone, since it only comes from the Dark Worlds. And only from buildings. It used to be in Alpha 3 that it was kind of the foundation, the main stone colour in the area, but now it's like literally only like if you go into a castle, the castle will be made of it. Tell you what, I do want to add just a little bit of contrast. Let's add some different coloured backing to it. I've used white kind of behind these chests. You can just see it down there. I will take another row out and probably put some more chests in, actually. Tell you what, we could probably start doing that now. Chests, yeah, I don't know. I haven't filled up my current supply of chests, but I can almost guarantee I will do so, so I kind of just want to... Let's make some space now. Plan ahead. See what I'm doing. Want rid of that chunk. Put some different coloured backing in. There and there. What have I done the other one? So I want the bricks in there. Then I guess I want some other coloured stone. What's going to be a good colour to go in the background there? Floodstone? I don't think Floodstone would have good contrast with... I suppose I should get some and try and find out. Let's grab a stack of that. So, Floodstone. How does Floodstone look? It looks exactly like Skystone under this lighting, because the colours are fairly similar. So you can see how they took 3 hits to break, which is kind of annoying. So I've used white there. I'm wondering if black would be the choice to go with there. Let's get black. Oh, on the bar, please. There we go. So if I would do the background in black, oh, it might just be worth just keep carrying on with the white theme, but I don't know. No, that kind of works. That's alright. It's a very subtle thing, because it's at the back. It's quite dark. You're not really going to see it. It's not going to be too big a deal. And then I want another row of chests in there. So let's see what kind of wood we have to work with. I could do some. So I've got the front row's groundwood. That row's kingwood. For whatever reason, I think those were just because of the materials I had to hand. I could make a lot of bleachwood ones. I could make a lot of tidewood ones. I really don't have the materials to do anything more exotic than that, I don't think. So I've got nowhere near enough of those to make anything interesting. With the tidewood, these just seem to come from desert buildings. Desert buildings have a lot of that in it, and the best way to farm it, rather than any trees, is just dismantling the blocks. So if I just do this for a while, I can get a bunch of these. You get 5 of them at a time, and the blocks break in one single swing of the pickaxe. So you can just kind of go bloop, 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 and dismantle them all. Yeah, I guess it takes you a little while to dismantle them, but on the whole, there we go. That should be enough to make a few chests to begin with. Chests cost me 8 wood, so boop, boop, boop. There we go. Let's get those started. Get a few more dismantled. So let's get this sorted. Get enough of these. I want to make another row of 10 chests. And I'm going to make them out of blue, because I really like the blue. And as you can see, they're popping up in my inventory now. They're good. They're good. So that's 3 of them made. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Indeed. There we go. Get a little bit more. Just want 3 rows of storage, just so that I'm completely future-proofed. If I ever need to add a 4th row of storage, I've been playing this game far too much. One might argue that I have been at 3 rows, but I don't know. Okay, so they're done. And there we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I've done. I just heard a da-da-ding, which I think means I finished a quest. And I've got 1 more, which makes 10. Do I have a quest for chests at some point? No? I don't know what the da-da-ding was. Okay. Either way, let's get another row out. I don't need this torch here. That torch was just there so I could see what I was doing. Because with the torch being in the front here, it kind of casts this in some gloom. I probably do want some kind of front lighting on this lot. Just so I can actually see where the chests are and what's in them. So I might end up moving some lighting at some point. There we go. Do I need to... Is that a brick? I can't tell if that's a brick. No, that wasn't a brick. Is that a brick? Don't know. Let's make it a brick. Let's find out. There we go. One of those. No. There. And black. No, what am I doing? That's floodstone. Black background. There we go. Doot, doot, and... Where did I place that? There we go. So all my chests are done. Cool. Got 10 of those. Brilliant. So, there. 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 That's sweet. That's 15 chests on that side. And 15 on... Wait. Am I one short? I'm 1 short. I didn't make the last one. Oh, god damn. Do your numbers, man. Do your numbers. Tidewood. I like those chests. Those chests are pretty. The blue chests. I like those. So I'll remove that. I don't know where I want to get some torches. I'm wondering on the back of this might be a better place for it. Grab that off there. Plunge everything into darkness. And grab my tidewood torches. Can I place it on the back of... No, that tries to destroy that. That's... Ooh, no, we don't want to destroy those, because I don't know the recipe for that. So if I were to destroy those, that would be the greatest tragedy mankind has ever faced. I suppose to place it there, what I'd want to do is build up to it. I could still place it, couldn't I? If I... put one there, climb up on top of it. There we go. That torch is now placed. It's not like it's a Minecrafty kind of deal, so torches just stay wherever you place them. Grab that last chest. So replace that there. It doesn't need to be, yeah, it doesn't need to be kind of attached to any surface, so I'm kind of okay to do this. What am I stuck on? I'm kind of stuck on something there. I don't know, there's literally nothing to get stuck on. So that's there, we've got some, there we go, everything's kind of lit up now. That's fine, that looks good. And there, boom. That's my new storage section. Isn't it magnificent? I want some decoration up here, but again, that requires recipes. Recipes I kind of don't have. I wanted to back this in black, didn't I? Let me back in black. Some black stone. There we go. Does this want to be black? I would have to remove these blocks as well, I think. Yep. Actually, to be fair, those break within 3 hits. It must be others. It must be the other stones, other than like the basic, you know, minimal. The bottom rung of interesting things. See, that shares a wall with that, so if I were to put black in there, I'd end up having to do, like, most of the stairway. I don't want to do that. Is that stone? That is stone. It's stone as in not stone bricks. There we go. Kind of interesting, kind of interesting. I want my anvils. One of you, and one of you. Let's take out the same thing in here. So we're going to take this back 3 rows. Just because I want it nice and symmetrical. And I can put black. I need to take it back 3 rows just so I can put the black at the back of it. And a little bit of lighting. There we go. So black stone there, and there. A nice 4x2 space. 4x. Wait, no, what? 4x2? No, 2x2x3 space. That's what that space is. And that one on the ceiling. All good. Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. Ta-da! Okay, so we've got 2 nice black alcoves. Put some anvils in. I should make some more interesting anvils. These are just... Actually, to be fair, I think I used blind stone for the anvils, actually. They are slightly interesting anvils. Cool, so if I ever want to make things, these are nicely recessed. Take the lighting out of there. These are not necessary in any way, shape, or form. They're almost too far back, aren't they? I feel like maybe they need to be forward one. Damn it! Never mind, no, they'll stay there for now. I need somewhere to put forges. I feel like somewhere very similar on this side would do the same job. Let's not put this one quite as far back, I suppose. This is about as far back as it needs to be. Oh god, that is the edge of my world. I am almost falling out of the island. Ooh, let's not go any further back than that then, you know? Yeah, let's stay where we are. I mean, I want to go out on the over there, but not where I'm doing my cooking. So put a little bit of blind stone at the back. Just a little something to draw the eye. Say, hey, that's not the normal stone. And I've got these also made of blind stone. I think the forges look really good made of blind stone. It looks more forgy. I don't know. The black. It's like it's covered in soot or something. Let's got one there, and one there. Ooh, I wonder if there's any way to make it look... I was wondering if I can run something up there that would make it look like a chimney, but I suspect not, actually, because it's kind of down the middle of 2 blocks. Damn it, no, that's probably not going to work. Hey-ho, at least there we go. One thing I was intrigued was, can I just stack forges? I mean, I know if I were to try and place it on top, I would just use the forge, I think. I don't think I would be able to place it like that. But I'd be intrigued just to see if you could just create like a stack of forges and just have a wall of them. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of cool. And I need somewhere for a workbench, or two, in fact. Last time around in Alpha 3, I just knocked a chunk out of this wall, and I think that's probably not a bad place to put it now either. So we create a 4-wide section. That'll make room for 2 workbenches. I want to get some torches so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Put one there, just for the moment. I guess once again I need to remove the backing so that it is interesting. So let's take this out. That is a brick wall shared with the other side of the wall, so I guess I don't want to remove that. Let's fill this in. That torch is not providing me with a lot of light. It's not doing a very good job here. Torch, do your job. So I've got a workbench. This one is made of ground... Oh man, what do you use to make a workbench? Because I only have the one. I might want another. So I think it was ground woods. What did I use for metal rods? I think it was iron rods. I want ground wood. I want iron rods, and it was verdinite bolts, which I thought looked quite good actually. So ground wood makes it wood coloured. That gives the trim metal, and then by putting green on it, just some green accents kind of look kind of cool. It only uses 1 bolt anyway, so it's not like it's an expensive material. And there we go, there we go. That is a crafting bench. Okay, so let's put my things away. Gotta stay tidy, otherwise I will just end up. I don't know. There's so much stuff in this game that you can't afford to not be tidy in my book. If you keep everything everywhere, it's going to be a nightmare. So there we go. To be fair, it only needs to be 1 deep, but it would look kind of weird. There we go. Should that be sideways on? I don't know. I kind of almost feel like it should be. Could put it there. And there. Is that right? No, you wouldn't work at a workbench like that, would you? I kind of feel like it needs to be like this way, but I haven't got any room to put it that way. I would have to kind of dig through the walls to get it in there. Also, I haven't actually done the floor properly either, which is yeah, that needs dealing with. Okay, keep the color scheme there. Keep the bluey, sky stony, whatever. No, I think we're gonna have to live with it like. Okay, there we go, like that. Oh, it kind of does have the vice here. No, that kind of, no. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, you got the vice there that allows you to grip things as you're doing your work. It's kind of got the light from there. This is kind of uninteresting, mostly. Once again, it needs something up here, but there's no decorative blocks that I've got to work with. Ooh, or do I? Hang on. Over here, no, it's not that, that's chests. How I make... Oh, it is on these. Decorative tile surrounds. These could be interesting to make. And I will. I will make them out of floodstone? Oh, I need to make carved stone pieces first. And I make those, not by hand, I guess I make those in a forge. It's weird the way things work these days. It's kind of just... Yeah, anything that's a component for anything else needs to be made in the forge, even if that's like leather straps or wooden rods. Turning planks into rods goes done in the forge, I don't know. So what I want is to make... There's also these, I don't know what that's for. Stone chunks. I have no idea how you make that. Let's make a couple of those. I've got plenty of that to spare, so I want to make these. And then I want to make a stone surround, and those are going to take a while to make, I imagine, so... Probably just sort of start making a bunch of those for the future there. So there we go, 6. And then it takes 45 seconds to make one of those. And I can probably do some interesting detailing on things, but I wouldn't want to use them extensively. Cool, I'm a little happier with my base. Tell you what, I want to fill in this gap in the middle, because I hate having this weird dip in the middle. And I want to move the keystone forge out of the way somewhere. And I want to start putting a jetty out here. I've always said I want like a dock to land your airship on, but I've been going nearly half an hour at this point, so I'm probably going to leave this here. I've got my base cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to go off and do the rest of the upstairs. I want to tidy up that. I'll probably spend a while forging a bunch more of those interesting tiles, so I've got something interesting to build with in the future. Yeah, I'll do some stuff off camera, some of the boring bits. I mean, this was not the most interesting building I've ever done in my life either, anyway. But hey, as the sun rises in the morning, yeah, there's a lot of this is just sort of busy work cleaning up, and I can do that off camera. I want to build steps down here, which I might be able to do something interesting with. I want to build a dock for my airship, which could be interesting, and I just kind of want to get my Keystone Forge out the way. Because it's not even central. It's a 2-block wide structure in an odd-numbered room. See, there's the center of the room. It's off to the left. The Keystone Forge isn't even in the middle of the room. That's no good for nobody's OCD, clearly. Hey, that thing's been made. Cool. So yeah, I'll leave you there for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed seeing me tinker around in my base, go ahead and leave a like on the video, because that'll tell me you want to see more. Or at least leave a comment and say you want to see more. That also tells me, pretty obviously, that you want to see more. Otherwise, we'll get back to some adventures in the near future. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Yeah!